Thank you, Sanjay. Thanks for the other panelists. And I am the last hurdle between you and the lunch. So I also won't take much time, but I also don't have a presentation to make, first of all. So there are some couple of points which I wanted to make, quick points on. One is securing cyberspace. That is the topic, right? And I feel that from my perspective, I think that's it's a paradox. There is nothing called securing the cyberspace. It could be like, for example, whether you can secure yourself from the cyberspace. That could be one of the points. Leaving aside that, what I would say is that, one aspect is, first of all, yes, of course, as Sanjay and the others talked about, there are so many threats. There are so many things which are there. But you cannot live without internet. That is a fact today. Let us accept that. So in that case, how do you actually protect yourself from that? That is the first aspect which I want to talk about. See, just want to give an analogy. In fact, and I've been in this information security space for the past 15 years. And one typical analogy is like, the first thing what we go and tell the customer is that, yes, you have a market, you have a house, correct? You want the house to be in between the market, correct? So you cannot live without both of that. But at the same time, what you can at the best do is protect your house, correct? You cannot protect the market. So in that case, what are the things you can do to protect your house? Okay, is what you can look at. So there are so many ways of doing it on the cyberspace, or probably on your own data within your organizations, etc., etc. But one thing which I want to point out is that the moment you adopt whatever controls you have on a personal note on your house, okay, how do you protect? For example, if you have a diamond likeness in your residence, you don't need anybody to come and consult you in terms of how to protect it, right? Because you know the value of it. You know the moment you lose it, what is that you are losing? What is the value you are losing? The moment you are able to get that perspective onto your official data, or probably your official whatever, in terms of your documents or whatever, then in that case, the way you protect, or the sensitivity with which you can you attach to the data is much more important. Because why I'm saying is, as Mr. Sanjay was talking about, most of the prediction, most of the reports, most of the data breach reports, what they talk about, they are not talking about, yes, hacking is there. Nobody is saying that. But what they also talk about is that the most simple and effective way of preventing these threats is that, common, like, password 123, what he was talking about. And it's a fact. It's not, he's not joking. The password 123 is the most common thing, which is there almost all the administrative accounts on the routers, on the edge routers, on the switches, on the firewalls. Amazing. How every time, every report, every annual report talks about the same thing. By using some common sense, not even a technology, I won't say. By using common sense, how you can prevent all those things. How the human person, without using much of the technologies, can prevent those threats is there in all the data breach reports, right? So that is something which is one aspect which we need to be very clear about. How we can actually put our own governance on some basic things. I'm not talking about technologies. The second aspect and the last aspect is on how do you really secure cyberspace. So the only perspective is that, how do you secure the cloud? Correct? Because that is the only cyberspace which you can actually have some control on. So to that extent, you will be able to do some controls or put some control on the cloud. So it is not as pessimistic as Mr. Sanjay pointed out. Yes, there are threats. There are, you are at warfare. Yes, there are all criminals around the world. Everything. But again, cloud is a necessary evil. Again, you cannot live without it. 2 years back, when we are talking about cloud, okay, people are talking about how do you do something so that you don't move to the cloud, right? There are threats, there are personal information, privacy, data loss. Nobody can be really. You cannot have the confidence on any of the service providers. So you are sharing the data with everyone, etc., etc. But today, what is there? Again, you are actually putting your public or rather your private property, which is your data, okay, but you have to ensure that it is protected. So there are good things which are happening on the cloud security part as well. So it is again taking a typical analogy, like for example, you are putting an ATM in the market. There are so many bankers here, right? You are putting an ATM in the market. Again, why do you feel that people are able to have confidence that their money is there in the market, but still they won't lose their money? Correct? Because they have an assurance that come what may, you are able to give an assurance that your ATM cannot be broken, or I take the responsibility of the data if somebody is breaking down to the ATM, etc., etc. What I am trying to drive the point is, yes, the moment you are able to provide the assurance that you are creating the necessary and sufficient controls on the cloud platform, okay, people will move on to the cloud. And there are consortiums which are coming up. For example, the Cloud Security Alliance, okay, has developed specific programs. They are writing down standards. What are the governance standards? What are the, for each and every vertical, what are the areas which has to be taken care of? There are certifications which are coming up. So for example, there is something called Cloud Security certifications. So it's called CCSK, something I don't remember. But what I'm trying to say is, ISC, if you know CISSP, many of them will know about CISSP, right? It is from an institution called ISC Squared. So ISC Squared has tied up with the Cloud Security Alliance to come out with a specific certification, which is called Certified Cloud Security Professional. What it means that there are standards which are evolving, there are things which are coming into control, there are a lot of things you can actually do on the security for the cloud, so that you don't have to worry about it. You can confidently move the data, your data, into the cloud. So those are all the 2 points.